this video, I'm going to be showing you how semen retention changes your physical appearance. Now, when you decide to go on no-fap, go on retention for a little bit, your physical appearance starts to change. You can start to realize that you feel a bit more assertive, and it comes across in your face. For some odd reason, when you've relapsed recently, you come across as more of a shell of yourself. You come across as someone is not your fighting self, for example. You come across as a little bit more of your kid self. You know how you were when you were a kid and you weren't a threat to anybody? This is how you come across when you relapse recently. When you've retained for a good amount of time, you come across as someone who becomes a little bit more of like a man, per se. And the bottom line is, the core of who you are, deep down who you are, there is less resistance. You just become who you want to be when you've retained for a good amount of time. Also, you're gonna have this glow about you. Your skin's gonna look better. When you relapse, the hue on your skin darkens, and it comes across as you just don't have that glow. There is a certain glow that you have when you go on retention, and after you relapse, it pretty much kind of goes away. There is a big difference. There is big differences between how you are when you're on retention versus how you are when you've relapsed. But these are all subtle differences. The bottom line is, when you relapsed, you're probably more or less thinking about your relapse for the most part, because you've done it. So it was an irregular activity, so now you're thinking about it. When you haven't relapsed, you're not thinking about the relapse, and you're just being who you are, just present in the moment. This is pretty much a difference. So your physical changes. You're going to have this fighter's mentality first, per se. When you've retained, you just come across as more masculine. The soul of who you are, the deep down pit of who you are, you're normal. When you relapse, everything's a little bit just off center for some reason, because you're out of alignment with life. These are some of the things that you have to realize. So your physical changes start. You can also realize that your gains in the gym, you're gonna be a lot more tired when you've relapsed recently. Going to be a lot more tired, because this is real energy that's just leaving your body normally. You guys have to realize that this is just more. This is more than just a nut, per se. On the spiritual realm, you are losing a lot. So you have to be more conscious, and you have to be a little bit more conscious of who you're deciding to give your nut to. Because if you're just giving it to anybody, then you're not valuing your seed, and things are going to be rough for you. The difference between the men who succeed and the men who don't is sexual discipline. These are some of the things you have to realize. The guys who are not sexually disciplined, they're just laying around. They're not on real purpose. They're just doing the bare minimum to survive, but they don't have that exterior motive to thrive. These are the guys you have to look out for, because on the surface, society's going to tell them that they're doing the right thing. They're doing a great job surviving. When you realize that you're a lot more capable than what you think that you are. So you realize deep down that you can do a lot more. You can be a lot more ahead, but you're lazy. Guys are lazy. Guys don't have enough information. Guys are too fearful. They're too timid. They're too timid to act. You have to become strong. Once you retain, you have a strong base. The base of your voice is equivalent to you retaining. The base of your masculinity is your nut. So you have to realize, once you have that, you can do more things. Your physical appearance is going to change. You're going to come across as more of your most assertive version. Your voice is also going to be a lot deeper. You got to realize your voice is going to also be a lot more deeper. You have to realize there's these subtle changes about you. So your cortisol levels are probably going to be lower when you've retained. They also may be higher when you retain as well too, because you're giving yourself a lot of stress, because especially if you're not transmuting the energy. If you're just sitting on this energy, you're probably going to have higher cortisol levels. But if you're actually doing things with it, you're a man in action, you're probably gonna have lower cortisol levels. These are some of the things you have to realize. You have to realize these things. Your physical appearance is gonna change. You're gonna come across as more intact with life. You're gonna have deeper relationships, especially when it comes to women. You're gonna be able to act normally. You're gonna be able to be less scared and to act exactly how you want to act without any timidness. This is the big difference. The big difference when you retain and you're okay with the core of who you are. It's all about being okay with who you are and knowing who you are and tying that into your day-to-day activities. This will make you go far in life. But if you don't know who you are, you're just going through the motions, you're not doing the things that actually serve you in the long run, then you're really just living a lie. And you're never truly going to actually be happy. These are some of the things that you got to realize. Your voice is going to get deeper. Your physical appearance is going to get better. You might actually start to grow more hair because your body is signaling that you need to procreate, and you haven't been doing that. You're also going to definitely be more attracted to women in more of a deeper sense. You're just going to appreciate the small things that they are. Maybe their voice, their body, and how small it is. These are some of the things that you're going to actually appreciate instead of just appreciating the physical, instead of appreciating just them for lust. And also another thing is, a big thing is attention. You start to realize that, especially maybe when it comes to Instagram or things like that, or social media, you're putting your attention on girls who are posting provocative pictures. It's not serving you. You're just another guy in the inbox. These are some of the things that you have to realize. Instead of giving her attention, looking at her stories, how about you focus on yourself and increasing your own value? Because certain points, you talking to her, especially if you're really nobody, it's not really going to serve you. It's time for you to do everything intentionally. These are some of the things you have to realize, and you have to think deeper to get better results in your life. With that being said, I hope you liked the video. Hope you comment, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one.